only thing I saw that was really has to get talked about is Moxley versus Edge on like Dynamite or something,
right,
where he took that suplex onto that fucking like nail board.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
That might be the dumbest, most dangerous, reckless spot I've ever seen. Like, actually, I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't have a fucking clue what they're doing with that.
Yeah, it was very.
That is one of the most reckless things I've ever seen.
I don't know what it didn't.
He could have ended his career.
Well, it didn't feel like it was necessary.
Oh, well, I mean, it didn't feel like it because it's super unnecessary,
right?
Like objectively. But
and didn't they just have a match?
They just had a match.
Yeah.
And the next week or the next show or whatever, they have another match against each other where Edge suplexes him onto that shit.
Whatever
it's like,
that
did you forget to do that stupid spot on your pay-per-view match? So you had to have one more. You just demanded it, and Tony went, we forgot the nail board. Yeah. Tony, we need to have one more match for no good reason on the next event just so we can do this stupid nail board spot that could have punctured my fucking spine and ended my career and shit.
Yeah, that was it's a weird choice because it's not barbed wire.
Stupid.
It's not like
next level stupid.
Thumbtacks or whatever.
I want to love AEW. I want to love all the companies.
I know, and every time
I'm not gonna just sit here and talk shit about AEW, but it is what it is. Like, if I see something that's so stupid, it absolutely has to get talked about, then I'm stuck.
Yeah. Here's the problem. Every time they go, we just did something good. Like, here's a great pay-per-view.
Every time.
We just did something cool. Like, here's people are starting
the Tony Storm. Everything with Tony Storm's been off the charts.
The whole show
match was incredible.
Yeah.
Here's where the fuck up was, though, because like you're saying, every time they get something right, they get 20,000 things fucking wrong and weird.
And I don't know if that's overconfidence or like,
I don't know
what it is, but they had Revolution.
I think it might
Revolution's great, and then they say, let's get on Dynamite and throw this guy onto a fucking spike bat or whatever the fuck it was.
It was a 2x4 with nails this long on it that were stuck in his back so bad they couldn't pull it out.
Yeah, and what is it?
And he took a back bump on it, which it could have fucking punctured on anything, dude. Like, that is different level stupid. And if it's gimmicked, it's different level stupid.
It just, know? Yeah, I don't know.
It makes me go, why? It's
Are they
like
trying to be
a race against getting rid of your investors and your sponsors. Like, they're doing a speed run of how fast can we turn off all our investors.
I think they're trying to go like, hey, look how much more extreme we are than
nobody wants it, though. You know who wants it? Like a few thousand guys in the United States that ever actually show up to that stupid shit.
Like death matches.
Yep,
yeah,
that's it. Because do they have viewership in fucking Japan? Where whatever small amount of people in Japan give a fuck about death matches anymore, want to see that shit?
It's the guy in his mom's basement.
You're gonna have kids. You're gonna have kids see you do a suplex to a suplex, so that he takes a back bump on a nail board. You're gonna let kids see that, and then go try that stupid shit on their little brother and shit.
Yeah, on the trampoline.
Awesome, very nice. You think that's like pussy shit to care? Oh, you just go watch your soap opera shit.
No. Here's the thing.
You mean the actual product?
Right. Well, here's the thing. I'm not against death matches. However, televised death matches is a different thing.
Yeah.
Right. So
a little bit.
I just think, like, on indie shows and all this stuff or whatever, and you want to, just get the crowd going, fire them up, it's whatever. It's an indie show.
Yep. Also, just find ways to do death matches that can still shock and awe while being even remotely safe or sensible. Like, I know that sounds weird, but we've seen Mick Foley matches and shit on WWE that were these crazy hardcore matches that are legendary, where he got beat up for sure. But to me, it's like if AEW ever does a cell match, like a pure Hell in the Cell style match, it will scare the shit out of me because I know someone's going to purposely try to take a bump through it without gimmicking the ring, and they're going to kill somebody.
Yep.
You know? because
Yeah,
that's
they-
all that's all they're worried about with this
pushing
stuff
the
is
limits.
how do we like. That's what I didn't like about the fucking cage match with Osprey
Mhm.
is that it was like at the expense of the match making any sense with suspension of disbelief. You have these two guys stand on top of the cage for 20, 30 seconds, clearly working together to set up a spot that's so needless and stupid dangerous
I think
for a forgettable cheap pop.
and that's the thing is we've seen a lot of this shit
Mhm.
before. So like, how much further can you go?
Yeah.
Like when you like eventually
when
they're
you've
gonna
done
have
it all.
Yeah,
What do you do
yeah.
to win the crowd? You go back to what actually works, which
wrestling?
sorry is storytelling based wrestling.
right.
It's the number one thing that's timeless.
I think eventually they're gonna have like outdoor stadiums where they're flying a helicopter above the ring and the guy has to jump out of it or whatever.
Where else do you go?
It's like, where's the end of it?
And I think that it's the thing. Like, it's like we were saying, like AEW will do stuff that I love. And when they do, they will purposely not have it in the position it deserves to be in to surround it with shit that is just classic AEW
Right.
shit that you want. Like they've developed this reputation for missing big moments
Yeah.
with weird shit and always having this like weird taste in your mouth with all the biggest shit they do.
It
Like,
goes back
even,
to what I
like-
said. It's like you have this spot where Revolution just happened. People
Yep.
are like, "Fuck yeah, that was cool. Let's start watching AEW." And it's
Yep.
like,
And you instantly turned them off
And
with
then
some
they go,
stupid nail
"Wait a
spot.
minute, why are you doing that?" Like,
Yep.
I don't.
I'll tell you why. Because Moxley thinks it makes him look hard and cool, and it doesn't. It makes him look stupid. And we're learning a lot that is actually how his real mind works.
Yeah.
Is he's like a 13-year-old edgelord.
But to be fair, Edge is like, "I'll do it." Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But, dude, I
he's
don't
not
know
taking
what's
the bump.
good with Edge either.
He-
Ever
he-
since he's been there, I don't
he
know what the
doesn't- I
fuck
don't
is good
think-
with him.
I mean,
He
he's
hasn't
just
done
riding
a
it out.
fifth of as good as he was in WWE.
He's riding it out though. It's like I'll suplex you onto a fucking
Yep.
bunch of spite, like a punji pit.
He doesn't give a fuck because he's going, you're willing to take this? Okay.
Right.
I'll fucking suplex you on it then. Your funeral. And Mox I think Mox legit, I genuinely think he wants to die in the ring. I'm not kidding. I think that Mox's big thing is that he wants to try to be some legend who
Yeah,
died in the ring.
Yeah. Well,
And he doesn't realize that
that's
nobody
not the
gives
way
a
to do
fuck.
it.
Yeah, and no one would care. No one's gonna go. He's legendary. He died in the ring. No one gives a fuck.
No, right.
We
right.
want you to just not die
Well,
and
look
have a happy life instead.
Yeah.
And I hope he does. But he's chasing not when he's doing shit where he's taking a lower
That's
back
not the way
bump on
you
a nail
want to
board.
go, though. I'd rather go on something like high risk, a flying move or some shit. Like La Parka, right? Like
Yeah.
La Parka's La Parka's been played by two people or three
Yeah.
people now.
I think 3 now. Yeah.
Because La Parka actually just came back
Yep.
not long ago, and as another character.
Mhm.
But like, I'm pretty sure the last one died from complications from an injury,
I think so.
and I think they were just jumping out of the ring. They like hit the barricade weird or some shit.
Yep.
And like that to me is more like, I don't know. I don't think, because you're setting yourself up for failure.
Dying because there was an actual
Accident.
accident during the work of regular storytelling based wrestling
Right.
is much different than going.
Now you're
I'm
introducing.
starving to die in
Yeah.
the ring, so I'm gonna put myself in a position to die in the ring.
Yeah, it's weird
like
that you're
that is
introducing
just dumb.
the factor.
It's dangerous enough.
Yeah, intentionally
mean?
introducing it. Is weird.
Yeah, that shit is just like I can't say it enough. I want to love AEW. There's things about AEW I love. There's people over there. I generally will always support wrestlers
Mhm.
and support wrestlers having a place to get paid.
They,
But I genuinely have in detail voiced that I think AEW is bad for the business right now.
they just make it
and
hard.
it just
They
keeps
make it-
getting worse for the business.
Yeah. They make
Yeah.
it hard for you to want to, like, because like I said, Revolution was good, and
Yep.
like And now they're on a high, and they're like, yes, like let's go with this.
Let's
And
do
then-
something wicked shot that is clearly dumb. But again, but I'm glad you said that because
I think it was
remember this point.
They wanted to stay with that momentum and do something shocking, and
Yep.
you know what I mean.
And I think a lot of that may come from the fact that it's from what everybody seems to say. Tony's not a boss, and I don't mean that in an insulting way. I'll get to it. What I mean is he doesn't hold the role of a boss the way most people expect in the wrestling industry. He's not like he's not Triple H.
Well, he's not an intimidating factor.
Well, but I don't even, it's not even about that. He's not Triple H, as he's not like the head guy helping everybody develop stories. He wants to run his place as, I give guys freedom to make their stories what they want. And Moxley is just a 13-year-old kid on 4chan from 15 years ago, who we found out is that when he came out with his book, unfortunately, that he just like his mind thinks stupid shit is cool. That doesn't work and is really cringy. And this Death Riders thing has hyper exposed that.
It's definitely overstayed its welcome, and I think that needs to be wrapped up.
The second they called themselves the Death Riders and he started cutting all these promos every week, making no sense and just rambling and not getting anywhere, not building hype, not building feuds. Every single thing they do helps nobody, including any of their own guys. It's like it might be the worst main event story I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it's that bad. And it's all either one or two people is guilty for it being this bad. Either they're giving that to Moxley to control and he's making it that bad, or B, Tony's making it that bad.
Well, that's the thing, is
somebody's making it terrible.
I think what I really don't like is that that Moxley and Edge both have the ability to make this thing good, but for some reason there's no magic to it.
What's missing?
You know,
who or what is missing that they had at WWE that allowed them to do so many magical things that people will never forget? That now that they're on their own in AEW, or not on their own, because apparently they have producers and shit too backstage, and Tony, what's making it so that there's every time these guys with high profile come to AEW and they're left to their own devices, or are they? There's never magic. It always gets weird.
Because that doesn't grab me, but then you have Mariah May and Tony Storm that does.
Couldn't grab me more. Could not grab me more.
It's so weird. That dichotomy is so weird.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It absolutely.
I can't put I really can't put my finger on what that is.
Me
because if Tony Storm
and
did
that's
that
why
to
we're sitting talking
Mariah
about
May, it would not be good for the feud. Like if she put Mariah May onto fucking
the
spikes or whatever, it's like that wouldn't be good for the feud.
No,
but like I don't know I think it would be accepted better.
I don't know.
I think it would, because the feud is at least to the point where like
it makes sense.
It made sense
to go wicked hard on each other, and they did, and it was incredible.
Yeah,
but they didn't do a stupid fucking nail board.
Right. I just don't think that feud is at that level to be able to say that this is worth it.
I think Moxley doesn't, if he's in control, I say that very clearly. If he's in control of this Death Riders story or whatever the fuck it's trying to be, I don't think there's anybody involved that has a fucking clue what they're doing with that. Like, if Moxley's in control, I think he's legit walking in the room to pitch these ideas to everybody, and he sounds just like he does in his promos, and they're all going, what? What are you talking about? Like, the past 5 multiple minute long Moxley promos that I've sat and watched the whole thing of, where it's him backstage and he's cutting this long drawn out promo, pacing around.
And he's saying
he
nothing.
wants so bad to look cool and tough and hard. And he's saying all this shit that he thinks sounds cool. And then you listen to it, and at the end you go, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, like, what did he just say?
What did he? He didn't say anything that has to do with the guy he's facing. He didn't say anything that has to do with the title. He's got the title.
I know,
and you don't even see it.
Dude,
Like,
there was
what
one.
is he
There was
talking
one that I
about?
saw that he kept saying the same thing. Like, he said it like
Yeah.
4 times, and then there's like everybody else is behind him, and like they're just kind of going with it. And I'm surprised they don't.
They all just stand there
Yeah.
like a deer in headlights when he's talking.
So I don't know. That just
It's so weird, dude.
it just has to stop. And because you have Cesaro, like, you have all this talent that could be on doing other shit. You have
So
plenty of
many
talent,
good guys there, man.
and it feels like they're wasting them too. You know,
That's why AEW is so frustrating to me, and it's so tough for me because I want to like it. There were times when it was newer that I genuinely think it was actually way
It
better.
was better, yeah.
So much better. And it's not just terrible now. Like, some stuff they do is great. Some stuff they do isn't.